I feel the engine's hum vibrate beneath me. Shenyao's grip on my shoulder tightens. I look down at the speedometer, 60. So this is how it feels like to be on top of the world. The next thing I hear is Shenyao's voice. We're going to the clinic now. Don't worry. My head pulses. My mouth dry, metallic with the taste of iron. I try to open my eyes, but I only manage a sliver, because even that feels like rubbing sandpaper against my skin. Where was I? I realized I was still on a motorbike, but now I was behind a stranger. Just a few hours ago, Shen Yao, my friend from National Service, and I embarked on an epic adventure to the Philippines. Right after landing in Cebu, we took the first bus to Mobile. If you don't know Mobile, which I don't expect anybody to know, it's a small town that is a great jumping off spot for backpackers. People go there for whale shark watching, to island hopping, and everything in between. But people don't know that the town itself is really boring. It's so small, there's nothing to do, and so we found that out the really hard way. By the time we saw the same scooter shop a third time, we're like, fuck it, let's just go. And so, how do we rent a bike? I mean, this was my first time renting a bike. I don't know what I was doing. The man was scrolling on his phone, pen, paper, and that was it. That's how we signed our lives away. He didn't even ask for a license. Not like we had one anyways. And so, with me in the pillion seat, and with Shen Yao in the rider's seat, we're off to our next adventure. We're going to Osmania Peak, which was 2 hours away from town. And so, the road was long and winding, but beautiful. I mean, we had beautiful, luscious, undulating mountains that had greenery on it, and the other side, terrifying cliffs that we might fall into. But occasionally, we would see a rider along the road. They would usually zoom past us though, because we're that slow. We're really scared. At a refueling stop, a rider came out of nowhere, and he came this close. I mean, really, really close. Shunyao went, whoa! And we ended up on a grassy patch with a few scratches and a bruised ego. Shunyao and I were both shaken up, but Shunyao was more shaken up than I was. I was really stubborn between the two of us. I wasn't ready for our adventure to end like this, not on the first day. I can't accept it. And so I convinced him. I was like, we're almost there. Just another hour to go. Let's just do it. And so we went back on our bike and we went for it. Another hour went by and we finally reached the foot of the Osmania Peak. And a short hike up, and we saw one of the most breathtaking views we've ever seen. If you've never seen pictures of Osmania Peak, I like to describe it as, these green, furry little hills that are lined up next to each other, like inverted cone-shaped hats you get at a birthday party, but they stretch all the way into the horizon, as far as the eyes can see. We were taking so many photos. I mean, so many. Our album, my phone was gonna get out of memory soon. And we wanted to capture the moment, but secretly, I kind of wanted to make my friends home jealous. And so, by the time we finished taking all the photos, the sun was already dipping below the horizon. And if we wanted to get back, we had to get back on our bike soon. And so, off we went, back on the bike. Just then, Shen Yao's voice cut through the haze. Honestly, what happened afterwards was kind of blurry. I remember fading in and out, and at the hospital, the nurses would stitch my skin together like puzzle pieces. Or I remember the x-rays that showed maybe more than 1 or 2 or 3 broken bones. But somehow, miraculously, everything worked out. Or maybe not so miraculously. Secretly, Shen Yao had managed to figure everything out. I mean, he called the embassy, he called my mom, he figured out the plane tickets, he even got our passports back from the renter's scooter place. I mean, how was that conversation gonna be like? Years later, I remember this memory very vividly, even though it was still hazy at times. I scroll through my photo album and I see that photo of me that I told Shoya to take. Me behind a minivan, all battered up, and still holding a peace sign and smiling like an idiot. And I laugh, because it reminds me of an adventure. The kind of adventure that gives you battle scars. The kind of adventure that gives you a friend of a lifetime. He's actually here today. And the kind of adventure that gives you an embarrassing story to tell to an audience like this. Thank you.